In this video we're looking at our new landing page template called Baking, and you can see on the screen here we've got lots of images of cakes, and the main top image itself is of the cupcakes that you can see there. Now this image is also fixed in position, so if I just scroll a bit you can see that it's actually fixed in place there. It's a nice striking image that you could easily change yourself. The headline font that we're using here is the Lobster 2 font. It's got a nice friendly appeal to it and quite often used amongst this niche, and it's a handwriting style font. It just goes well in this baking niche. Below that we've used the subheading, you can see there, with a slightly smaller font, and then we have this pink button here. If we click on it, it opens up the overlay optimizer, and inside that we have the opt-in form asking for the name and the email address. And again, we've brought across that same Lobster 2 font inside the opt-in form, so it keeps that consistency throughout the design. Nice pink color as well used in that button, so it stands out on top of that image behind it, so it's clearly seen. So let's scroll down here. You'll notice straight away we have this slightly rounded little semicircles across the border here. Now I'll show you in a bit how you can change that, or how that's actually added in the site. But that's a little image, a background image, gives that nice sort of puffy or wavy effect to give a bit of style into the row itself. And as we scroll down, we've kept the same font throughout this landing page. It's got the Lobster 2 font here in each different section. So here we're highlighting some other recipes that maybe you could make, or something you could include if you already have these recipes included in the download. And these are just images. You can change these out with your own and add in your own text to make this suitable for your niche or the download that you are offering. So now you'll notice as we scroll further down, you'll see another background image coming into play here. Now that image has changed, okay? It's a different fixed image. So you can see that if I scroll back up, you can see it's the cupcakes. And then this is a completely different image coming in, and it's again fixed in place. So it's sort of giving that nice parallax theme where you're changing images up, but they're actually different on scroll. So the font we've used here, again, the Lobster 2 font for this quote going in the middle, and then we've got this different background image. I'll show you how you can change that shortly. Going further down, we've used another sort of featured blocks section, highlighting with some different custom icons that resemble in the cooking niche. We've used the same fonts again, bringing it through. Lots of white space as well, or a slightly white tone on the background there. So the things stand out, the icons stand out, the text stands out. Very easy on the eye. It looks clean. It's got that nice sort of fresh, clean cooking appeal to the actual page itself. So it's a lovely design, bringing across the same colors in these icons that we used in that call to action button at the top. So keeping that nice pink color. Here we have the place of a video, which you could easily switch out as well. And beside that, we've put in some bullet points and some additional text. Again, using that Lobster 2 font to highlight the bullet points there on the right. And if we scroll down, you can see that nice bright pink color used there. We've put in some custom icons, which you could put in with your own logos or brands if you've been featured in them. Then going further down to another bullet point section, this time switching it so the image is on the right hand side, and then on the left hand side we've got the font, and then we've got the bullet icons as well. Again, these are custom icons that are included in this theme. Now you watch here as we scroll down again, we now have a different image coming into play at the back. We've got a close-up there of the image, and you can see it's completely different, and the testimonials that we've put on top of it stand out as well. Again, I'm going to show you how you do that inside the template, how we switch these images up on scrolls. They're different images that are set to appear on different rows without or throughout the template. And as we head down towards the bottom, we have a final call to action and a nice big headline, again with that same font. And then we can click on this and it opens up another overlay optimizer, which we've cloned down to the bottom. And again, you can switch out everything in this template, all the text, all the images you can freely change. I'm going to jump in to show you how you can change those images and also have a look at this rounded row effect that we've put in place here. So let's open up the live editor. Okay, and we'll scroll down here. We can see this image. Here's the row itself. So if I edit the row that it's in place here, and I scroll down, you can see here we actually can't see the image because it's a white image, so it's not going to show on this. But if I grab this image and I drag it slightly to the side here, you can see that what it is like a circle, but it's sort of split in half, and you can see where it joins. What we've done then is set this image to horizontal tiles. So that means it's going to keep repeating itself horizontally, okay? So You could leave this in place, or you could obviously change it with a different color if you were changing the row color. So you could edit this little image here and replace it here. I'm pulling it over just so you can see it on the darker background, because you won't be able to see it on the white when it's here. So that's how that's done. The row itself has a bottom padding of 0, so that means it's going to sit directly on the next row below. So if I close that down, so this row is going to sit directly on top of this row, which it does there. Now the main image at the top, this is just controlled inside your color scheme settings and then in your overall page color options. So you can see that image is applied in there, and a bit of CSS setting it to fix in place. Now if we scroll down, I'm going to scroll down through this page. Here's that first image coming into play there, and if we keep going down, we've got that second image here at the bottom, the close-up image. Now these images, you can replace them if you want to. You need to upload them firstly to your media library inside your WordPress site, and then you'd copy the URL of that file once it's been uploaded. And then you jump into page settings, open up other scripts, and if we scroll down here and just expand this, just expand here, and you can see here we've got CD fix BG CD1 BG1, and then we've got number 2. So there's the first image and there's the second image, and all you'd have to do is replace the image URL here. Okay, so if you'd uploaded it to your media library, you'd copy the URL once you've uploaded it, and then you replace that one here. Make sure you keep the 2 quote marks in, but you replace this image URL here, and then the image itself will change on the template. The CSS in here is all set to fix. You can see it's here, it says it's fixed, and it's not to repeat. So we're using CSS to fix those images in place, and they're not going to repeat on the design. So once you've done that for them 2 images, you'll close this page and you'll see, if you scroll down, these images will change once you save the page and reload it. The CSS is actually applied inside the row setting here. So you can see this is the CSS. This is telling this row to call in the first image that we just looked at inside the page settings. So 2 different ways you can change them images, or of course you can just leave them in place and freely customize everything else inside the template. As always, we'd love to see it in action on your site. This is a beautiful template. It's going to be very popular amongst you, I can already tell, especially with this parallax or this image changing backgrounds on scroll, something that people like to see. It's very modern, seen across the web on lots of landing pages, and just spices up the page itself, makes it different, grabs the user's attention, breaks up the flow of the page, makes it a bit more interesting to the user. So this is Baking. It's available in the Clubhouse. You can download it now and you can use it in your business.